Thank you, everybody who is tuning in for today's amazing race between Belthasar and Straevaras. Thank you to everyone who's tuning in from the Earthbound race who saw me get whooped by Andy Perfect. And I am joined by the awesome co-commentator, Ditmuk.
Hello, everyone. And you PB'd by 6 minutes. It wasn't that terrible. And the racers are off. A little stream delay, and we'll see them get going here.
So, Mookie, what do you think we're going to see as the first item outside of Morphing Ball?
Because I'm a jerk, I want to see a reserve tank.
You want to see a reserve tank? Well, as usual, I'm hoping for high jump boots in the ceiling. Seeing some calls for spring ball and some high jump boots. Oh, and we get the reserve tank for Mookie.
I'm just gonna stop guessing the rest of the game. I've won. I'm done. I think the best part about that reserve tank being up there is the fact that you have to still deboost in the ceiling and deal with reserve tank. Maybe I'm just a jerk.
So it looks like Straevaras went back to pick it up and came back to get the morphing ball.
Because you have to pick that up, otherwise the item in the ceiling does not spawn. So it's a forced reserve tank seed.
That is actually very interesting to know, Mookie. I was actually unaware of that. Straevaras going down to the Alpha Missile location to find his supers. I'm sure he'll be happy about that. If we end up seeing bombs at the bomb Trizo, he'll make short work of it with only 2 supers. Belthasar with a beautiful right side climb. Straevaras also going for that right side climb. Not an easy thing to do.
Yes, if we want to get really stay with the troll theme, we could get bombs at bombs here so we can get to see BT.
Unfortunately, no BT today. Screw Attack has screwed bombs out of a bomb Trizo fight.
Unfortunately, Screw Attack makes... Well, I guess they could do an early gauntlet, right? They don't need the power bombs now.
The Screw Attack will definitely help out with an early gauntlet. We see Belthasar going that way. You can also get through the typical area that you would have to bomb through on the left-hand side with Screw Attack as well. So both options available. However, I can totally understand the gauntlet decision.
Screw Attack this early is really nice, especially if they can pick up Varia. That way they can go straight down to lower Norfair and hopefully not have to do much backtracking.
Belthasar having a little trouble with that wall climb up to Gauntlet.
Those are some really tight tiles there. And there he gets it.
And we see Straevaras going down Terminator and picking up an E-Tank, so we're seeing our first route divergence really early. And just another E-Tank at Gauntlet.
this early, that's not a bad thing, in my opinion. It kind of sets you up to go. You don't know what's at Terminator. It could just be Spring Ball, which is amazing, but not so amazing this early.
Straevaras with a nice mock ball headed towards the early supers and into the reserve location, finding only another E-tank. Picks up some supers for his trouble, unable to check the item behind that, the miner behind the supers.
Which means we can't go down to the Edicoons.
I didn't happen to notice, Mookie, but did you see if either of them checked underneath the Old Mother Brain location in Turian for power bombs?
I don't think either of them did. At least I didn't see it.
Straevaras with a beautiful fast falls through those crumble blocks.
There is something satisfying about seeing just Screw Attack just demolish things, though.
And we are joined by the little Mookie.
Yeah, she's watching. We're watching Mickey Christmas here in the Mook household right now. I thought we were going to watch Halloween, but we've decided on Christmas. So, if you hear weird outbursts, that's what it is.
Straevaras still not finding power bombs, unfortunately.
Power bombs is like really going to slow down, leave some really isolated checks like the Edicoons, and then
Waterway.
Waterway, you can't get down the charge either.
You need speed for Waterway, but charge is the important one.
Yeah.
I think Sephi is correct on that. In this seed, power bombs are indeed major items.
Quote Sephi on that.
Yet another E-tank for Straevaras. Turning out to be a very healthy seed, not even able to check the wave gate room in Big Pink.
Heated rooms incoming, I'd have to say.
I would have to agree. I think the play here would definitely be to go down to Norfair and try and clear that out, as that's going to be your easiest clear without power bombs.
I mean, even going through Crate, I don't think there are any miners that you can... Well, you can't even get down to Crate without a bomb.
That's very true, Mookie, and a really good point. Unfortunately, bombs and power bombs both appearing to be DLC for this run.
They should have spent the $5.99 to get them.
Stray with a nice mock ball into the speed location. And we finally find bombs. I'm sure that's actually quite a relief for Straevaras. We'll see if Belthasar picks that up in Norfair when he heads down there.
A little disappointing to me. I kind of like chaos. Because I'm not running them.
In regards to the question in chat, he can get out of this location. It just requires a mock ball coming back the other way, which is a lot more difficult than you would expect. However, with bombs and Screw Attack, he can still go the top route. We see Belthasar heading up and Straevaras finding power bombs in the high jump location.
It's got to be the latest that I've seen a pack of power bombs in one of these seeds.
And the seed just gets healthier for Straevaras. Going to check the power bomb miner, hoping to find vanilla power bombs here from Belthasar, I would assume. And he only finds supers. Scotty making a very good point that Belthasar is going to have to go the long way around. If Belthasar wants to go back to Norfair at this point, he definitely has to take the long route. So we'll see if he decides to try and head on over and take a gamble on wrecked ship. Although a lot is going to be closed off, not having speed and also not having any bombs or power bombs. Deciding to take the long way back around to Norfair. Straevaras starting the crate fight. We'll see if he tells him he's ugly and to stay home, or if he decides he's cute enough to take to prom. Straevaras deciding that Kraid was ugly today and not worthy of a date to prom, sits him right down. Gets an E-tank for his troubles.
Sorry if I'm quiet. I got pulled away to do some milk duty real quick.
Oh, that's right. And everybody in chat bring up a very good point from Scotty McBody about not being even able to go over to the moat to get to wreck ship. So chat bring the assist with that. We have more hell runs coming in for Straevaras, but with the E-tanks he has and his reserve tanks, he should make quick work of these. Right now they are able to check Bubble Mountain. They are able to check the wave item. And now that Straevaras has bombs, a lot more is going to be open to him. He could get down to the charge item. Deciding to do the hell runs in Norfair, which I do not blame him for. Chat bringing up a good point that they can also check Crocomire.
The way the seed's running, it looks like going down the Croc looks like a good plan.
I don't often agree with that, Mookie, but on this seed, I'm going to agree with you 100% on that. Belthasar finally finding power bombs. I'm sure he's extremely happy to find those.
15 minutes in, he can finally bomb.
Straevaras making the hell runs look easy so far. You don't usually see seeds like this where you don't get bombs or even power bombs for this length of time. So it's been really interesting to see the routing choices and decision making, even though they were more or less locked into certain things not having bombs or power bombs. Straevaras finding grappling beam in the speed item location. And Sephi bringing up the good point that Belthasar has not checked on ice yet. So he still has to rely on those 5 power bombs alone. Sephi getting a little bit debated in chat there. Belthasar makes his way over to Kraid. We'll have to see if he decides Kraid is cute enough to go to prom today. Belthasar having a little bit of trouble with the quick kill. Still has not done enough damage to stand Kraid up. He is trying his best to salvage this situation. Meanwhile, Straevaras only finds another E-tank over at Wave. While Belthasar deciding that Kraid was indeed cute enough to go to prom with.
After all that time, you might as well. You gotta, congratulate Kraid for his persistence.
He definitely gave Kraid the time to put his makeup on and get ready.
And you can tell he used every bit of that.
And Mini Kraid not knowing at all what hit him with that super. Oh, and Straevaras finds Charge Beam in the Norfair Reserve item.
He's probably thinking finally something worth looking for. Nice mock ball deboost there off the flying thingy that I don't know his name.
The Weavers. I've found, Mookie, that if you don't know an enemy's name, they're all gamers.
For frogs. Everyone loves a good flying frog.
It looks like Straevaras is going to bet on Croc, so get those Cheaty Myers and Croc Z's ready. Straevaras finally going to the ice location. He will be very happy to find those bombs. Having a little trouble with the wall jump up and in there, but he has the reserves and energy tanks to get it done.
They've got to be thinking eventually there's going to be, they go check an area and it's 2 or 3, progression, good items, and not just E-tanks, reserve tanks.
I kind of hope at this point that Crocomire at the grapple location has Varia. I would actually like to see him go that far.
Picks up the reserve tank. Why not? You got to hang out there anyways for a little bit, so waiting on Croc.
And Belthasar going back up after getting his bombs. I feel like he's making his way up to wrecked ship. We'll see if he attempts an early X-ray. I hope not, because he's killed so many runners in the past. And still without speed, if he does indeed go up there, he's not going to be able to get to that reserve location. So if it holds something like Gravity or Varia...
Well, he could go back all the way through Green Brinstar to Edacoons and Charge and the Wave Gate also.
That is a very good point, Mookie, and I'd actually forgotten about that those options were still on the table now that they have power bombs.
It's just a very interesting layout for this seed. I think it'd be very interesting to find out what was below Retro Mother Brain, just because if it was power bombs, how much time they added to this seed potentially.
And Straevaras finds Ice Beam. That's going to help him once he gets to Turian with those Metroids. And Belthasar does go up. So we will see how the wrecked ship plays out for it. Is it going to be a stacked ship for him or a wrecked ship for him?
But in good news, Croc paid off, so that's, everyone should be happy about that.
Croc indeed paid off. Having ice, he's not going to have to find 2 more power bomb packs, which is extremely useful. We'll see if Belthasar ever decides to go down there, but if not, he's going to have to find a couple more power bomb packs for that eventual endgame. Belthasar not having speed or grapple, so he's going to have to either do a diagonal bomb jump or he's going to have to get a CWJ across the moat, neither of which are easy tasks.
Yeah, you watch, new route runners and like low ice runners who just do it 1-2 tries, and you just can't appreciate how tight the frames are there.
I see a few people in chat getting kind of triggered about CWJ. Deterious Gaming, CWJ is continuous wall jump. We see Belthasar trying to do the diagonal bomb jump across. We did see him practicing this a bit earlier during the race setup.
Straevaras having grapple is a big help here. Like, it's the most helpful I think I've ever seen it be.
And he's going to be able to easily check the X-ray location with it as well. And we see Belthasar getting over.
First try, as always.
X-ray paying off with some high jump boots. That is definitely an item, along with bombs, that you never know you miss it until you don't have it.
It's a fantastic find.
Belthasar checking on more miners. decides to pick up the missiles, putting him up to 20.
I feel like that's a pretty optimal number for these. Just that way, when you get to Torian, you don't have to worry about breaking the tank too much. If you don't get the best drops from the Metroids in terms of supers, you can still handle Mother Brain 1 pretty easily.
Well, if he skips the Norfair reserve item, which turned out to be charge, if he skips that because he feels like he's too far behind, then he will definitely need some more miners before getting to Mother Brain, but he still has plenty of time. Straevaras going back to check some missed items, remembering, unlike me, that those items are still on the table. Only finding X-ray, but he does have charge. If he happens to find plasma, he can microwave some enemies later on.
I really feel like one of these two, the Wave Gate or Edecoons, is speed for some reason. Just the way everything is going.
That would be really nice to see, and if one of them does happen to hold speed, he can go back down and check that waterway as well while he's here. And he gets the Wave Gate glitch very easily. And he finds Wave behind the Wave Gate.
I didn't see, but did Belthasar just miss time throwing or shooting a super, or was he enraging Phantoon on purpose?
I would assume he either mistimed it or he mismanaged his inventory there. One too many clicks of item select, possibly. I've certainly done that before.
It's really not a big deal since he has screw attack. He can just kind of screw attack through everything. But always interesting to see, the elephant ghost so mad.
And it's just a trash tank down at Edecoon's. Straevaras snopes right out of that and goes back up. I'll tell you, Mookie, I really feel for these runners. This has been a pretty troll seed so far.
Definitely of the worst that I've seen. Just simply based on the fact that sometimes you see them kind of trolly just because the runners, you understand their decisions and it's just, it just doesn't work out. But this one, in a straight, pretty normal line, just the items have been interesting to say the least.
I've seen some calls in chat for this still being a Suitless Meridia seed, and I really hope that's not the case for these runners, because that would be way too troll.
Belthasar saving before going, I believe he's going to go through the spiky death room here. Plenty of energy, but still with just the power suit. Spikes do 60 damage, and the platforms can do up to 200, correct?
I believe you are correct, and you can KO through those platforms and take multiple hits. Straevaras trying to bomb jump his way up there. My apologies, Belthasar trying to bomb jump his way up there.
Straevaras won't have this issue when he gets here because he has high jump boots. He should be able to just dash in here and get up high enough to make the wall jump.
And we see him going to make a gauntlet check.
We know it'll not pay off, but the way everything is going, I definitely can't blame him for it.
Belthasar finally making it up there to go check on this next item.
And there we see the platforms doing 200 in damage.
high jump boots were, if I'm not mistaken, they were at X-ray. Straevaras finding the E-tank and deciding to just reset. And yet another E-tank. Belthasar also taking the reset.
Ugh. This seed.
We see
It is
Straevaras,
no good.
No, and we see Straevaras making his way over to Wreck Ship, which is the right call with him up here currently. Straevaras making easy work of the moat with that grapple beam. And unfortunately for Belthasar, Straevaras has all the tools he needs to catch right back up to Belthasar.
Yes, Seffi, it is Thanksgiving. If this is Varia at Wreck Ship Reserve, we pretty much hit ultimate troll level.
Oh my god, it is Varia at the reserve!
Excuse me, guys.
I am so sorry to these runners for this troll that they're getting.
Maybe it's seed at gravity. Or speed at gravity, not seed. Oh.
Let's hope so for their sakes. Daniel, that is indeed the ultimate tease, and if speed isn't at gravity and happens to be somewhere like lower Norfair.
I mean, if gravity is at least at gravity, they have at least easy access in Meridia to check, all those majors. But if it's at Mama Turtle or anything like that, we're... Ugh. This is a Hall of Fame seed. Or Hall of Pain, maybe.
I'm seeing that speed can't be in lower Norfair. I stand corrected on that. My apologies to everybody. Although it can be at Mama Turtle.
And it's Spazer.
Finding his first beam upgrade. I'm sure he's marginally happy about that. Probably still wishing he could have gotten to Varia, but having a beam upgrade is always nice.
I mean, I can't think of anything better right now than finding Spazer right there.
So at this point, Mookie, when you eventually find speed, because we don't have gravity yet either, but when you eventually find speed, do you even bother to come back for Varia at this point?
I think you have to, because in order to hell run lower Norfair, the key in RBO is where the energy tanks are, so that's where you pick up energy. Well, if you don't have that guarantee, you can't really bet on RBO strats. At least so I hear, because I'm not good enough to run an RBO.
And chat bring up a good point that they don't have enough power bombs for a crystal flash either.
I mean, even crystal flashing in RBO is dangerous because you take one extra hit where you don't expect to. You don't sit still when you're trying to engage it, and your margin for error is just, you're pretty much going to die to death.
It died to death. At Tiger Boo, yes, Straevaras did go down to Crocomire. You missed all the fun Croxies and Cheaty Myers.
And I just got to feel like Belthasar is sitting here thinking right now, all right, these items have to have something amazing, and he's just unfortunately going to find out otherwise. Picks up the troll tank. But not checking the miner. That's kind of interesting right now. 35 minutes in without charge. I'm probably going to kind of check extra places just for supers at least. I love the clip that Straevaras just did.
And Elvior subscribing with a $4.99 sub to Speed Gaming 2. Thank you so much for that subscription.
And yes, Kip, they had to skip Green Brinstar earlier because I don't think we got bombs until they actually went into Norfair the first time.
That is correct. We didn't see bombs until they checked on the ice item. Straevaras finding that I'm sure, very frustrated about that. We also, Kip did not have power bombs until the high jump boost location, if I am not mistaken.
If I'm not mistaken, I think we're going to have some version of Suitless Meridia. I can't think of any majors outside of Meridia or Lower Norfair that haven't been checked.
I think we might see an attempt at it. It would definitely be quicker to, at minimum, check Mama Turtle than to go in and Lower Norfair and start checking stuff, especially without the ability to Crystal Flash. Yes, all three items at Bubble Mountain were checked for those that are asking in chat. We saw the speed location, the Norfair Reserve, and Wave Beam items. Unfortunately, I do not remember what they all were. No games for old men. I agree with you. The third commentator is the best commentator. That's right. Charge was at the Norfair Reserve item. Thank you, chat, for jogging my memory. See, Belthasar beginning his hell runs. He as well will probably end up checking on Crocomire, because most runners are have a huge aversion to doing anything suitless until they absolutely have to, and I certainly do not blame them for that, but I bet he will check on Crocomire before he decides to go suitless. And Straevaras going in to check on the Suitless, just making the nice jump up there.
Water physics for the win there. Having ice here is a big help.
Having Spazer here is a big help.
Wall jump. Fish jump.
Belthasar making a save before going down to Crocomire, so get those Cheaty Myers and Croxies ready once again. So it looks like we'll be seeing Croc a second time.
The only redeeming factor of this seed right now is the double Croc.
Straevaras making quick work of his Suitless.
Croc trying to be, a pain, but turning out okay. But unfortunately, only the reserve tank there, so not happy.
Alright, let's hope we find something useful here in Mama Turtle. And he finds Speed Booster. And Belthasar heading over to pick up his Ice Beam. Only 4 more shots on the gate. And he gets it with 1 remaining Super Missile. Amazing. That's actually a really good point. It appears he is deciding to go back and get the Varia item at Wreckship Reserve, although he is currently in Meridia. Suitless seeds are not that easy, but he is right there, and if he doesn't find Gravity down in Lower Norfair, he's going to have to do the Suitless anyway.
He was going to have to come back up to get Varia anyways, so I mean, I think it's just a matter of personal preference.
And chat bringing up the point that Gravity could be at Bot Wound as well.
Or the left sand pit.
Or the left sand pit, that would be terrible.
Everyone's favorite location for it. I know it's mine.
Straevaras does have the option to go back to Waterway. We'll see what he finds there if he remembers about it.
I'd say it looks like he's going there, so... Or not. I'll just look silly. Maybe.
Maybe. Did we all get jebaited? Was this one giant jebaited moment?
I'm feeling real jebaited right now.
And we all got jebaited. Let's see those jebaideds in chat.
I think it was just a calculated practice of his down back there in Big Pink. Because it's the middle of the race, who doesn't practice down backs then? I was hoping we would see Spore Spawn just because, why not?
And he finds another E-Tank.
I feel like that's jebaiting for the jebaiting.
Seeing some Jatanked in chat.
Belthasar about to get very happy with this charge beam he's going to find.
And that'll more than likely put a stop to the minor collections for Belthasar.
But as Sephi brought up, who's going to get beam go first? First person plasma gets it.
Or the first person to spring ball or space jump also gets bingo.
Whoever gets to spring ball first is the ultimate winner regardless.
And let's not forget Stray's red tower that he had just now. That was absolutely beautiful.
We get to go bowling a second time tonight? I mean, or today, I guess. I don't know what time it is here, I guess.
We do get to go bowling a second time. He's going to have to go down there to get to that reserve location.
I love you, Daddy. Oh, no! Oh, God.
Exactly. This seed is, oh, God.
We see Sephi saying gravity should be a Babu and E-Tank. I'm going to go ahead and quote him on that one. Straevaras getting the second time on that bowler, having to wait out that cutscene one more time. Belthasar picking up his grapple beam. That'll definitely make certain areas a lot easier for him and end some of the struggle he's been having.
Very helpful in this seed as we go bowling, 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 as Fred Durst would say.
At Melodia, the only way you'd be able to bomb jump at Mama Turtle was if you'd already had gravity. By the time she shoots you up there and you jump and plant a bomb and try and jump again, you're not going to have the time to get that bomb jump. Straevaras finally picking up that gravity. I'm sure he is relieved to finally have that in his inventory.
I'm glad you guys all enjoy the Limp Bizkit reference. I can come up with more bad ones later if you'd like.
Did I say gravity? I apologize, everybody. Very astute. Not my day on commentary, apparently.
And good news, Stray is very set up to go into lower Norfair with high jump boots, you know, a good beam combination, screw attack. Gonna have to green gate glitch because I can't imagine we're gonna skip GT with not knowing where gravity is.
Well, hopefully for his sake, the purple Varia will not be at Botwoon.
I thought we decided that it was going to be the frog suit. That was decided the other day. Because it's all frogs all the time.
Straevaras making his way down to Lower Norfair through the Frog Speedway.
I was just thinking about the routing in this, and I mean, I feel like if you drew this routing out, it would just look like the tiny commentator drawing a picture and just scribbles everywhere. Which is just amazing that this routing had to happen with two very good players. I mean, with some of the more experienced players, yeah, we have seen some very interesting routing, and some backtracking, but these guys know the game so well to see them just go everywhere just because they have to.
Straevaras making short work of that 3 E-Tank lava dive.
Amazing.
And once again, Spazer gets a chance to shine, and Belthasar unfortunately destroying that fish. Just gonna have to reset the room.
But at least the window to destroy the fish is larger with Spazer than it is plasma. So there's a plus to not having plasma yet.
It's trying to attempt this without high jump boots or spring ball. This is going to be really difficult for Belthasar.
Straevaras making short work of the green gate glitch, getting down to the GT, finding space jump, very helpful right now. I mean, late for having space jump, but still with Meridia to go, it's a big help there. Can be very helpful in these next few rooms, especially the worst room in the game, especially without having plasma to deal with the space pirates, but you do have screw attack, so you just kind of...
And we see Belthasar thinking about his next move. We'll see what he decides to do.
I do think one of the appropriate moves of this seed is just to cry.
Belthasar, I don't think is that is a very apt point, Mookie. I don't think Belthasar has checked on the X-ray item yet. Which
That's
I believe
just the
that
one
was
that he
high
needs.
jump boots. That is the one that he needs. It looks like he's going that way.
Fire Flea, just another vanilla E-Tank.
Still deciding on his next course of action.
think we're pretty much down to gravity being at after Ridley, after Baltoon, or the left sand pit, so... Depending on how much you like the runners, you could root for whatever you like. If you really don't like them, root for this left sand pit.
We could still see gravity at Botwoon or the left sand pit, which would be just too troll for this seed. Don't put that evil on them, Mookie.
I'm not putting it on them, but I'm saying that if you're in chat and if you want to be a big jerk face, you go be a big jerk face and hope for that.
But just remember, chat, we see you if you decide to be a super troll and say it's left sand pit. Meanwhile, Straevaras starting his fight with Ridley. I want to know where chat thinks the gravity item's at. Seeing some calls for left sand pit. Seeing someone hoping to find plasma after Ridley. Looks like Belthasar going back down. He's clearly forgotten that he hasn't checked X-ray yet, and he does have the grapple beam to make it across. At Amazing, the thing about Plasma being at Ridley at this point would mean he would have to go Suitless at minimum to Botwoon. Belthasar checking his map, trying to find that one location that he's missed.
Maybe he'll go check some map stations to find out, because that would be a first for the randomizer.
It would be a first. Oh, and we see gravity at... Wow. Well, it wasn't left sand pit, so all of you evil trolls that wanted that do not get your satisfaction. But to your point about map stations, you don't see it often because runners typically don't forget about certain items. However, in this case, if he were to go get the map station, he would be able to see the one room that he missed.
I mean, and it's easy to understand why you would not remember about it right now. You're an hour into a seed. You've went past it 3 times. The routing of this is required just something awful.
Oh, absolutely, Mookie. I totally agree with you. This seed has been far too troll. But you gotta hand it to Belthasar. He's still going and not giving up. Something I don't think I could have done at this point.
I love looking around with Daddy.
See Belthasar going back up. Has he finally remembered about X-ray?
Did he remember? Going the right direction.
He's making his way up the red tower.
He sees the yellow door.
Oh, And he finally remembers. He will be happy to find those high jump boosts when he gets there. Siberian gravity at Sandpit would have upped it to 11. You are absolutely correct about that.
I pretty much think that's about the only thing that could made this seed really work.
I do agree with some of what Chad is saying, is that he still probably wants to find... Well, we know where Very is at, so he does have to find speed, hoping for speed there, but now he does have the items he needs now to pick speed up.
So if any of you share seeds with your friend, okay, try this one, it was really fun. Make sure to mark this one and send it to all your friends.
And tell
to
them
make sure they're not your friends.
And tell them that it's a free PB for them.
I mean, world record on this one is free.
Straevaras making his way to Botwoon. Should make quick work of him.
I see some X Factor strats on him. Nice. An interesting way to hit all four, I believe, or at least knock all four off screen so he could shoot supers. But it worked. So that's a plus.
And he destroys the Devil Worm. Meanwhile, Belthasar back to his Suitless climb.
Full half-ear or half-halfy? What do you think?
I think he's going to get the half-halfy. I would be
full
correct.
half-ear. Do we fry the shrimp or do we knock the... Well, we can't microwave.
We can't microwave it. We can mash it. We got...
Yes.
I think we're going to fry the shrimp.
It is definitely the easiest way.
Unfortunately, no Red Lobster strat is available. And it looks like we're going for
mashing.
Mash. Yep. Belthasar, now that he has his high jump boots, making fairly easy work of the Suitless portion that he's going to have to do.
A little bit of half mash, half fried. So we got like mashed fried shrimp.
I still feel jebaited by that, Mookie.
Well, that's okay. Fried shrimp is amazing, though.
And no need to check the item guarded by Dragon, as he has everything he needs.
And once Belthasar got to climb the point in Viridia here, he made pretty short work of that room. Very smooth operation there.
Raxitron. Gravity was being held by Ridley.
I think we have Spring Ball after Dre. Was it? Did he even look?
No, he didn't. He didn't bother to look.
I would just. Well, I guess not, because I forgot we could have. It could be a shack tool or left sand pit.
And Belthasar, getting his speed, he will now be able to go get Very, and I'm sure he is extremely happy about that.
Ugh.
Oh no! Oh
Mama
no,
turtle rip.
Belthasar.
There's just nothing this seed. It's taking no prisoners.
Not like this, Belthasar. His last save being down in Norfair after the Frog Speedway.
Wow. Straevaras making his run for Torian.
Man, I had no idea just how much damage Mama Turtle could do to you.
It's upwards of 100 without a suit, I believe.
For those asking in chat, yes, match 3 will be today, if it goes to that. While it's unlikely, it is still possible that Straevaras could totally rip here at Mother Brain. I'm certainly not wishing that evil upon him, but that is still possible.
His ammo is strong for Mother Brain 1. So I guess I think the biggest risk for him would be if he tried to do stand up and got a soft lock and didn't save.
I actually didn't see if Stray saved the ship. I know he took the refill.
I mean, if he doesn't save before Mother Brain.
Belthasar having to go back for those high jump boots.
I mean, this is just a kick in the pants. He saw where speed is. He knows where Varia is, and it's just. We skipped the baby. Maybe. Close to getting caught there at the end.
Maybe, baby.
I'm not very good at telling if the baby grabbed at that last second where you get stuck in slow motion.
We'll see how Straevaras does on Zeb Tight Skip. And he nails it first try and gets a nice D-boost along with it. That was very beautiful. Slow clap for that.
So much swag. Yep, got that left screw attack on to get the down back. Zeb skip. I mean, as we can tell from the movement and just some of the things these runners have pulled off, they're very skilled. I mean, at 115, 130 seed for them is just mainly a product of how awkward this seed is.
They really have done an amazing job with this seed so far.
I'd have probably broken like 6 or 7 controllers during this. And
And you gotta think, they've gotta be really mentally exhausted after trying to figure out where some of this stuff is at. Oh, Belthasar falling back down.
Which actually might help him a little bit, because if I'm not mistaken, the fish up here is on a global timer, so he'll be a little bit lower now, so he'll be able to get that down grab just a few seconds, or a few frames lower, which will make a big difference.
You are absolutely correct with that, Mookie. Every cycle that fish does down and back, it gets slower each time. So the longer you spend here, the easier that is to make.
Stray for going actually he is going to do stand up, even though he only has phaser. It still saves some time, not nearly as much as it would with plasma.
And if he makes a mistake on it, he does have X-ray to get him out of it. However, that does not get you out of all the mistakes. It is possible to despawn Mother Brain during stand-up.
That I've never seen. Not that I would like to see it right now. It would be interesting to see it sometime.
I have not seen that yet, although I have heard from some of my fellow runners some of their horror stories about that. So, Mookie, this is a question I have for you. With the body of Mother Brain, right, it's clearly below her snow globe, but is it positioned in such a way that she just kind of has to hope she falls onto it correctly and doesn't roll across the room?
It's an interesting body type for sure. I mean, we're not here to body shame, but it certainly is something.
Straevaras having a nice stand-up glitch and making quick work of Mother Brain 3. Meanwhile, Belthasar gets speed. He will now be able to go get Varia and find gravity at Ridley.
Nice use of power bomb to turn the space pirate there in Meridia by Belthasar. I don't think I've seen that. I know some of you guys are going to be sad, but with no spring ball, we have no chance of a bomber.
That makes me a little bit sad. Although we do see a nice behemoth spark up the climb.
Very nice climb out of the parlor here. And I don't have SRL open, so do you have the time?
Yes, so Belthasar has forfeited the race, and Straevaras has finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 2 seconds. GG to both runners. You guys ran one heck of a seed that was just way too trolly, and you guys did your absolute best on it. So GG to both runners.
And if you're not already, make sure to go follow the runners. Subscribe to Speed Gaming 1, 2, and subscribe to Spiesel.
Subscribe to my co-commentator, Ditmuk.
You can't subscribe to me because I don't have affiliate.
Well, then go follow him.
But you can subscribe to Poplars, and she's got a wonderfully cute emote.
Also, don't forget to follow our amazing tracker, Siberian.
You can subscribe to the third commentator by you can send me money in the mail. I'll get a P.O. box. She is really cute.
And he'll make sure you get that subscription.
Yeah, it's a very tough seed for both the runners, and I mean, I'm glad that experienced runners got that simply because that's the type of seed that would, I feel like, turn off a new runner to the game.
That is most definitely a seed I would not have liked to have received.
And you can also go follow all those people who are in the credits here who put all the time into organizing the tournament, programming it, creating the tracker. They are all wonderful people. You know, the people in the Discord are super helpful if you have questions about anything.
And the community as a whole is just absolutely fantastic. Pardon me.
Except for Sephi.
Except for Sephi. I'm just kidding. Sephi is absolutely awesome.
Yes, Fluffy Mittens. Follow everyone on Twitch.
For those of you who don't know, Sephi is actually one of the most awesome people in the community. You guys should definitely go follow him. He helps out quite a bit for newer runners, and has even done a few tutorials for people as well. So go follow the runners, go follow everybody in chat, go follow Thiesel, go follow my co-commentator, go follow Sephi. Let's see some deer forces in chat.
You know, the way Morph Ball just continuously rolls when even you're sitting still seems like Samus should be like constantly sickeningly dizzy.
Right? You would think when she would unmorph it, there would just be a pile of vomit that flings out from her from being so dizzy.
Just projectile centrifugal force.
You know, I've heard, Mookie, that that's going to be the newest Hyper Beam-esque attack in the new Super Metroid, or in the new Super Metroid, in the new Metroid Prime that's coming out.
Oh.
Seeing a centrifugal force in chat. All right, well, thank you so much for everybody that tuned in for the race. We will be having Game 3 coming up next. Me and Mook will both be heading out, and we will be replaced by Typewell, and I believe it's me again. Bender will be joining him on the commentary. So
another fantastic team.
Yes, make sure you give both of them a follow. And thank you once again for everybody tuning in. Have a great day, and I will see you next mission.
I will follow Poplars out here, and me and the Mini leave, and have a great day, everyone. Remember, follow absolutely everyone, so just click on chat, pop up the window, and just click follow on everyone. Keep yourself plenty busy while waiting for the next race to start.
Here's Daddy.
All right, what's up, everyone? My name is Typo, and I am joined on commentary here with the one and only It's Me Again Bender, who I think is just getting set up, so give him just a bit of time. But we do have game 3 here between Belthasar and Straevaras, and we can see that the last seed was not kind to either runner. I'm sure they both wish that those item arrangements were a bit different, more in the favor of not so much backtracking and more just being able to kill all 4 bosses fairly quickly. So hopefully the next seed is a little bit kinder, and we will end up seeing another great match between these two. I cannot give my best toddler impression, I'm sorry. I do not do those kind of impressions. In general there, though, we see both runners are pretty much readied up here. So they should be starting soon. I think they just took a quick break. In general, can't say too much about the beginning of this upcoming seed. I do hope for something significant. In the last seed, we did see our first item being a reserve tank, which is never a nice thing to see as a first item for a runner. You always want something a little bit better than that. Perhaps wave, maybe, I don't know, an E-tank even, but anything but a reserve.
Good evening. Setup is done, and I'm very happy to join you, Typo.
Hello,
And-
Bender.
Hello. And unlike you, I'm always happy to see a reserve tank as the first item besides Morph Ball.
Can you tell me
because
why,
it's-
though?